Hey Nash, what should we make?
Well, it's almost Memorial Day and we already made burger dogs, so let's make some sides to bring to a barbecue or cookout.
All right, let's make some Memorial Day side dishes. Memorial Day is quickly approaching, and if you watched our last video, you know that we made our Memorial Day American burger dogs. But hey, you're going to a party or a potluck or something, you need stuff to bring, so if you're not responsible for the main course, we need sides. So let's make some sides. So today, we're gonna make 4 sides that would be perfect to bring to a cookout, a Memorial Day party, or literally anything the rest of grilling season, which is the summer and extends into the fall. And if you're like me and you just like to grill, maybe it's a year-round thing, but hey. So today, we are going to make some slow cooker from scratch baked beans. We're gonna make some amazing grilled corn. We're gonna make an apple coleslaw, and we're gonna make some Hawaiian mac salad, because Hawaiian mac salad is the ultimate superior mac salad. You can disagree with me, but I'll tell you this, you'll be wrong. Anyways, that's what we're gonna do. So without further ado, let's go. So I mentioned these baked beans are gonna be from scratch. So this is not a quick recipe, but it's an easy recipe. It just requires some forethought, some planning, and a little bit of time. You could do this differently and not start from scratch, but I think it's better this way. So we're gonna start with 1 pound of dried Great Northern beans into a sauce pot. Then we're gonna put 8 cups of water into those beans. I'm just gonna add a little bit of salt, and then we're gonna bring this up to a boil. Once your water reaches a boil, we want to lower the heat down to probably medium low as you can go where the boil is still maintained. Then we want to cover it up and stirring probably occasionally. We want to boil this for 1.5 hours. So I'll see you in a little bit. Once your beans have been cooking for 90 minutes, give them a little stir. We kill the heat and then we let them cool. Once your beans have cooled just enough to be manageable, we take out a medium large sized bowl. We pour the beans and the water all into that bowl. Then we cover it and we throw it in the fridge overnight. Then we take some thick cut bacon and we just slice it up. Then we take an onion and we dice it. Then into our beans. You want to drain off some of the liquid, but keep about a cup. We put our beans in there. I know they look kind of nasty, but don't worry, they'll taste good. Followed by our bacon, our onions, a few cloves of minced garlic, 1/2 cup of molasses, 1/3 cup of packed brown sugar, a teaspoon of dried mustard, a pinch of black pepper, a little bit of cayenne if you want it a little bit spicy, and about a teaspoon of smoked paprika. Then we just stir this all together. Then we put a lid on it and we cook it on low for 12 to 14 hours. You might be able to get away with less. So that's why you want to do this in the morning. And I'll see you in a little bit.
Many hours later.
All right, so after about 12 hours, look at our guy. Oh, dang, that is mushy. I've been stirring it pretty regularly. It's a little bit like mush, but it tastes freaking delicious. So we're gonna kill the heat. We're gonna ignore the texture and that it looks like mush and we might have just cooked everything to death, but we're gonna enjoy the fact that it's delicious. So there's our beans. So for our corn, we start with a decent sized pot and we put in 1/2 gallon of water. Make that 1 gallon of water, cold water. Then we add 1/2 cup of salt, 1/2 cup of sugar. White would probably be better, but all I have is brown right now. So that's what we're using. Use what you got, folks. Then we want to stir this until the salt and the sugar just incorporate into the water. Then we take 4 to 8 ears of corn with the husk removed and as much of that silky hair-like stuff as possible. I still have some on here. I couldn't get it all off. I did my best, folks, you know? And apparently corn floats. And then we just put a lid on this and we let our guys soak in their little bath for at least 30 minutes up to about 8 hours. Your call, depending on what you got going on that day.
A few hours later.
And here's our corn after a few hours of marinating, which I've never done before. So we're gonna see if it works, see if it does anything at all. But I patted these dry with a paper towel. We are losing daylight quickly, so we're gonna take these out to the grill. And with our grill nice and hot, we can go ahead and put our guys on. We're just looking for a little bit of char, so just kind of keep sort of rolling them around. My apologies for the lighting. I know it sucks, but I'm outside and, you know, it is what it is. All right, so we're getting some good char. Now it looks like we got a nice char on these guys. I have this butter that's somewhere between melted and softened. I'm just gonna kind of brush this on. Now that we've almost lost what little light we had, and it looks like our corn is pretty much done, we're just gonna go ahead and pull these guys. So first thing we're gonna do is go ahead and dice a red bell pepper. Then we bring out the finger grater and we take one red apple and grate it. Then we also grate one green apple. And then for our sauce, very simple recipe. Get a little bowl. We're gonna put in a third cup of mayonnaise. That actually came out pretty clean, surprisingly. A third cup of brown sugar and the juice of half of a lemon. Stir this till combined. Now we construct. To a large bowl, we add about 2 cups of shredded cabbage. You can shred your own cabbage, or if you're in a pinch or you're lazy, you could just buy the pre-shredded cabbage for coleslaw. There's no shame in that. Trust me, I won't tell anyone. Then we add our peppers, we add our apples, a pinch of salt, pepper, and garlic. And we just sort of get this all kind of incorporated. It's not gonna stir easily, but we'll make it work. And we pour our sauce all over. It almost looks like a weird honey Dijon or like almost like a caramel sauce. But hey, whatever. As long as it tastes good, that's all we care about. Right? That's right. Now, if you're gonna pinch, this is gonna be delicious if you serve it right away. However, if you could just sort of cover it and throw it in the fridge, this is one of those things that's just gonna taste better as time goes on. I mean, not a lot of time, but in the next, 24 to 48 hours, it's just gonna keep getting better. So we're gonna throw this in the fridge for now. See you in a second. For our mac salad, we want to bring a big pot of water up to a boil, add a bunch of salt so it's like the ocean. Don't hate on me because my Dutch oven is all stained. I've been attempting to bake a lot of sourdough bread lately, and it just stains it because you got to cook it at such a high temperature. Anyways, into this boiling water, we're going to put 2 pounds of elbow macaroni. Give that a little stir. Make sure nothing sticks to the bottom. And then following your package directions, we're gonna cook this to al dente. So for me, it says 6 to 8 minutes. So I'm guessing 6 minutes on the low end is gonna be al dente. So that's what we're gonna do. So once it comes back up to a boil, we're gonna let it go for 6 minutes. As soon as your pasta is done, we kill the heat and then we drain it and rinse it in cold water so it stops cooking. So then we take out our finger grater and we wanna grate some peeled carrots. Now this isn't exactly traditional, but I do believe it's traditional adjacent. So I believe sometimes they do put onions or celery, or maybe both, in the Hawaiian mac salad, just to give it some extra texture. So we're gonna go ahead and dice some celery. So then to a large bowl, we add our macaroni. Come on guys, you can do it. Come on, everybody's invited. You can all come to the party. Our grated carrots, our celery, and then we just give that a little mix. Then we add 2 cups of mayonnaise. Apparently you want to use Duke's or Hellmann's, which I believe Hellmann's and Best Foods are the same. But if you live on the West Coast, it's called Best Foods, apparently. I just learned that recently. And then 2 teaspoons of sugar, a teaspoon of garlic powder, teaspoon of onion powder, a teaspoon of smoked paprika, half a teaspoon of turmeric. And this is optional, but if you like spice, a half a teaspoon of cayenne. And then we just combine. Here's some ASMR just for you, Seize the Night. Sorry, I couldn't help myself. Once everything's combined, we want to chill this in the fridge until you're ready to serve. There we have our Memorial Day extravaganza side dishes. Time for a bite. All right, first we'll go with our baked beans. Cheers. Like I said, the texture is a little off. It's a little bit mushy. You could have probably cooked them less in the slow cooker or just foregone that whole hour and a half of boiling the night before. I was following a new recipe, giving it a try. Texturally, not the best. However, who cares? The flavor's amazing. I mean, this is better than like the best of every baked bean I've ever had in my life combined. So make some changes to maybe make the texture better if you care. However, the flavor, amazing. So delicious. All right, next, let's go with our Hawaiian mac salad. Cheers. It's Hawaiian mac salad. The recipe's fire. I don't think you can really improve on Hawaiian mac salad. So this just literally tastes like any mac salad you get from a good Hawaiian restaurant. I'm not talking about L&L. Let's be honest, L&L is like the Panda Express, the Taco Bell of Hawaiian food, whatever. It is what it is. It's not bad, but it's not authentic. So I'm not claiming this is like purely authentic, but this is good. And it's good because it tastes like the stuff that your friend from Hawaii's mom makes. It's Hawaiian mac salad is just, it's fire. It's bomb. I love it. It's the best. All right, moving on. Our grilled corn. Cheers. It's delicious. I love corn. I've grilled corn a million times. I've done parboiled and then grilled. I've done like grill it, just grill it. I haven't noticed a huge difference. And this one I would put it in the same category. It tastes just as good as any other grilled corn. So I don't know that the marinating or brining or whatever you call it is actually worth it, but it's not bad. I mean, it didn't take anything away, but I don't know that it added a bunch. So either way, because it brings out the sweetness of the corn, it caramelizes some of those sugars in that corn, and it's just freaking delicious. So highly recommend. Last one, apple coleslaw or apple slaw. I don't know what to call it. Cheers. That's dang delicious. I mean, I love coleslaw and the apples, especially using kind of the red and the green, because then you get the sweet and the sour. It just kind of adds to that sort of coleslaw deliciousness where you're kind of mixing sort of a sour or an acid, you know, with the sweet and a creamy. Here's what I love about this one. The amount of sauce we used for the amount of veggies we had is perfect because everything is just very lightly coated. So it's not like drowning in some sort of a mayo sauce, and I like that. It's also not, it's not too sweet, it's not too sour, it's not too lemony. Anyways, it's just kind of perfect. So, hey, go try all these. 10 out of 10 would highly recommend, and that's what I think. But hey, let's see what Nash thinks. Hey, bud, how you doing?
Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. Except my tail really isn't bushy, but you know what I mean.
Well, check it out. We got all these Memorial Day sides that you requested. So, of course, we got dog-friendly versions of all of them. So first, here's our slow cooker baked beans.
Sweet, savory, and packed with flavor.
Here's some Hawaiian mac salad.
Yum, just like my Hawaiian auntie used to make.
You don't have a Hawaiian auntie.
You don't know that.
And here we have our grilled corn.
That's so good, I'll eat the rest off the floor.
And here's our apple slaw.
Sweet, tangy, it's perfect.
What do you think?
They're all delicious. And with a few tweaks to fix the texture on the beans and skip the brining part on the corn, you have perfection.
Anything you want to say to your fans?
No matter what anybody tells you, words and ideas can change the world.
Nash approves, I approve. Look, these are great sides. They're all easy to make. Some of them take a little bit of time, but some of them are quicker. So pick your poison, choose what you want, and go make them and serve them. People will love them, and they're easy and they're crowd pleasers. So go do it. But hey, thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate you all. Love you all. If you wouldn't mind taking a second to like, share, and subscribe, that would help us out. It'd mean a lot. We'd appreciate that. If you want notifications every time we drop a new video, go ahead and hit that notification bell. If there's anything you want me to cook, you want me and Nash to taste, go ahead and drop that down in the comments or head over to our website, timschaoskitchen.com, and send us a message there. And hey, just remember, cook more, eat better, embrace the chaos. That's it for now, folks. Happy Memorial Day to you and yours. And until next time, peace.